Hey guys, what's up? VaporBrain Chris here. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is VaporBrain Chris. I do morbid and sometimes non-morbid videos on topics in art, music, pop culture, social media, and more. Now today I'm going to do a bit of an analysis video, and just a warning, today's video will be a morbid topic, so if you're not into that and want some more non-morbid stuff, I'd suggest you wait till one of my later uploads on a story time or something less morbid. But today we are going to be talking about something a bit morbid, and we're doing an analysis on a case that happened just a bit ago. I'd say not really recently, but a bit ago. It wasn't too long ago at the same time. It was the Cameron Robbins case, if you don't know. And today we're going to do a deep dive and analysis into what we think happened to Cameron Robbins. My name is VaporBrain Chris, and thank you for joining me. Let's dive in.
Oh, bye-bye. Oh, shit. That's it. Hey, grab the buoy. Hey, the buoy. Yo, this kid's fucking gone, bro.
Cameron Robbins was an 18-year-old high school graduate from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. On May 24th, 2023, on the BlackBeard's revenge cruise in the Bahamas, Cameron jumped overboard because of a dare of his friends, allegedly. And since then, he has not been recovered. He was on board with his friends to celebrate his graduation from the University Laboratory School in Baton Rouge. Because of the sheer fact that it was mainly impossible for them to ever find him in that water or in that place in the Bahamas, the search was called off as he was presumed automatically deceased. But what actually happened to Cameron's? A lot of people hypothesize what happened, but no one knows for sure, as it's a very grainy video on a very dark night, and there hasn't been a lot of updates. It's essentially been swept under a rug and not talked about since. So what really happened to Cameron Robbins that night? Now, there's several really far-fetched and also very, well, not so far-fetched, but still kind of unexplainable hypotheses and conspiracies about this whole case. It's very crazy just because for the fact there's not much information on it still 2 years later, but we're going to go through every theory there is. Now, the first thing we have to keep in mind is that Cameron and all his friends were very, very intoxicated, very drunk. They had been drinking all night, and there is video from before. They were very heavily intoxicated, as was Cameron, as was all the people around him, and this may have factored into the fact that Cameron unfortunately lost his life, as he was not able to navigate while being that heavily intoxicated and out of it. Now, the first most common theory seems to be that he was attacked by a shark, which seems to be a very, very repetitive and cliche theory if we're talking about it kind of theoretically. Everyone says that whenever someone disappears into a sea, oh, it was a shark. But let's go into the main factors of why exactly people think it was a shark. The first main factor is that people reportedly hear in the background, although it's very muffled by all the people talking, the lady screaming in the background is a teen girl saying something along the lines of, "Cameron, there's a shark," allegedly, repeated following by, "There's a shark." A lot of people seem to think this is what the person is saying in the background.
Oh my fucking god. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh shit. That's it. Hey, grab the buoy. Hey, the buoy. Yo, this kid's fucking gone, bro.
Now, from the perspective of this video someone uploaded on TikTok, from before it even happened, we can already get an idea of how exactly drunk these people were. You can see crowds and crowds of people lined up to drink before the Snapchat video this person took of on the ship cuts to the exact event. They were heavily intoxicated, they were lined up to drink, they were serving drinks one by one, downing them, taking another, and taking another. It's safe to say half of them were almost blackout drunk, if not severely wasted, intoxicated. And as you can see from the end of this video, they put the cruise on hold while they searched for him, but eventually had them all lay down and called it off, as they could not do anything to find Cameron, as it was far too late. Now, another thing people point out is they can allegedly see in the water, if they enhance the video, a shadow of what appears to be sharks. Multiple sharks apparently, or possibly just a single shark, swarming him and attacking him. Now, we have to keep in mind that because of the quality of this video, no matter what, if we clean it up, it's going to be almost impossible to exactly 100% confirm if there was a shark or not, sadly. Another photo, which I sourced from the subreddit community, Cameron Robbins Shark and Cameron Robbins Truth, which are two subreddits supposedly dedicated to exposing the alleged truth that Cameron Robbins was attacked by a shark. Now we can see in this photo allegedly 5 shadows of sharks that are attacking him. But to me, there's several reasons and several possibilities why this could be either a shark or just something else. For one, because it was very dark, like I said, I have a feeling this could possibly just be bubbles and shadows in the water as he splashes around. And also to me, it kind of just looks like his shadow itself, like the shadow of his body as he swims. But like I said, with this, there's not a lot we can do to actually assume or confirm 100% that there was a shark in there. Now, a lot of people are jumping to the automatic conclusion that this is a great white, as a lot of people seem to think that the only shark that ever attacks people is a great white shark. Now, let me explain something here. Yes, it's still possible for great whites to visit the Bahamas, but it's also a rare occurrence. But at the same time, we need to think into some factors. It's reported that during winter and spring months, it suggests a transient behavior in sharks, where they come there the most often. The cruise was on May 24th, and judging from this, we can assume that it's springtime. But then again, this isn't automatically confirmed, like always, that it was a shark or a great white at all. We need to look into several factors. At the same time, they're not the common sight for the area, even if they do come by sometimes. And it's reported that they don't even swim at the surface where Cameron was. It's reported that they more likely prefer to swim at the tongue of the ocean, a deep water area off Andrews Island in the Bahamas. And the seasonal presence does have an effect, like I said, as they are more present during winter and spring months, which has been linked to their migration patterns. Lastly, the Bahamas has banned commercial longlining and gill netting and declares water as a shark sanctuary, which is why there are so many sharks there. So yes, great white shark or attack or not, there is still sharks there. In fact, even given with all this, there was a survey that captures only one great white shark from 1800 all the way to 2010. Now, aside obviously from Caribbean reef sharks being the most common sharks there, not great whites, there is also nurse sharks, which are very docile and even swim with tourists there and are not very harmful. Tiger sharks, which are known for distinctive stripes and are usually seen near Tiger Beach, Bahamas. Hammerheads, which usually roam the Bimini area of the Bahamas. Oceanic white tips, which are curious and often approach divers and are not very harmful at all once again, found near Cat Island, Bahamas, and bull sharks. These sharks can be found in the Bimini once again. And the only other shark that's really common is lemon sharks, which really only come to give birth and repopulate there. And even actual scientists have a possible explanation of what could have happened to Cameron. Hypothetically, if a shark attacked him, they would hit him and that would be enough to incapacitate him right there and cause him to drown. It's also very unusual for a shark to actually finish eating a human when it attacks them, he's noted. The general consensus on shark attacks is they think that you're seals, take one bite, then leave because they know you're not a seal and it tastes bad to them, as sharks don't even like the taste of human. What scientists are mainly hypothesizing is that Cameron died from hypothermia with the amount of alcohol in the system. A quick Google search will tell you that alcohol consumption can contribute to hypothermia, especially when combined with exposure to cold temperatures. Alcohol can initially create a feeling of warmth due to vasodilation, which is blood vessel expansion when drinking the alcohol, which can lead to increased heat loss from the skin. Additionally, the alcohol impairs judgment and coordination, making it hard to recognize the signs of this and to take protective measures, which automatically assumes this person to be incapacitated of actually realizing they're dying or suffering from hypothermia. Essentially, Cameron was so drunk, he was slowly dying from hypothermia without even realizing it and died there. One last thing that might explain something else. It's important to know what happens to a body. Now, this is going to get a little bit graphic, but a body that drowns at sea will initially sink, but due to the decomposition of the body, gases will eventually cause it to float to the surface. The body will be exposed to scavengers like crabs and birds and anything that will eat on it, and natural elements which can cause further decomposition and dismemberment of the body. Ultimately, when it's done, the bones will likely sink to the seabed, or it may decompose even more, or be buried by the marine silt. Essentially, the main theory is that Cameron was suffering from hypothermia while extremely drunk, then sank, and came up, and it's too late to find him as he is already heavily decomposed and basically long gone. Now, a lot of people are saying it's a cover-up, as they don't want people to actually know that a shark did it, as it would devastate the family, but we'll never know this for sure, 100%. Well guys, made through another video. I'm Vaporing Chris, and if you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like and a subscribe with notifications on. It greatly helps you as a content creator to to keep making content like this for you guys. I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And I got some more videos coming up for y'all. Some different varieties of videos, both morbid and non-morbid. So stay tuned. And I love y'all. Peace. Bye.